The early education of Rizal. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Realonda. Rizal had his early education in Calamba and Biñan, Laguna. It was a typical schooling that a son of an ilustrado family received during his time, characterized by the 4 R's: reading, writing, arithmetic, and religion. So Rizal studied at Calamba and Biñan, Laguna, and as a son of an ilustrado family, he was able to study, especially the 4 R's, the reading, writing, arithmetic, and religion. And during his time po, ang pagtuturo po noon is sobrang mahigpit at stricto po. And yung mga kaalaman po ay pinapasok po sa isip ng mga estudyante through memorization po. And kasabay po nun, yung pamamalo po ng mga teachers nila. Teodora Alonso, the first teacher of Rizal, was his mother, who was the remarkable woman of good character and fine culture. Doña Teodora was patient, conscientious, and understanding. It was her who discovered that Rizal had a talent for poetry. So, si Doña Teodora po, siya po yung nakadiscover kay Rizal na meron po pala itong talent for poetry. Siya din po yung nagturo kay Rizal paano magsulat, magdasal po. And at the age of 3 po, Rizal learned alphabet, and at the age of 5, he learned to read Spanish po. Rizal has uncles who played an important role in shaping his mind and character during his childhood. First is his uncle Jose. He was an accomplished artist who nurtured Rizal an appreciation of nature's beauty and taught him various art forms such as painting, sketching, and sculptures. Uncle Jose was the youngest brother of Doña Teodora and had studied in Calcutta, India. So, because of broader cultural exposure, in-encourage niya po si Rizal to develop his artistic talents po. Siya po yung nag-motivate kay Rizal na i-practice po yung pag-painting, pag-sketching, and pag-sculpting po. And he was the one who gave po a foundation of creativity and artistry that would become visible in Rizal's works po. His influence nurtured Rizal's appreciation for beauty and his skill in expressing himself through visual arts. Next is Uncle Manuel. Jose Rizal was not a physically blessed or strong. Uncle Manuel developed his physique until he had a body of silk and steel and no longer a skinny and sickly boy. So, Jose Rizal's Uncle Manuel naman po, he concentrated po sa physical development po ni Rizal. So, since Rizal was born physically weak, his Uncle Manuel po, siya po yung gumawa ng paraan to strengthen him through sports and physical training. He encouraged Rizal po to engage in activities po like swimming, fencing, wrestling, and other exercises po to build his endurance po and agility. So, dahil po sa discipline and guidance po ni Uncle Manuel, Rizal po become healthier, stronger, and more resilient po. Uncle Gregorio, a learned scholar, instilled in Rizal a love for education, emphasizing its importance and value of hard work. He encouraged Rizal to think critically, observe his surroundings attentively, and deepen his curiosity and knowledge. So, his Uncle Gregorio po loves books po. So, his passion po, napasa niya po yun kay Rizal. So, Rizal's Uncle Gregorio po loves reading books po, and because of his passion po, naipasa niya po yun kay Rizal, yung value po ng reading and yung joy po of learning from the books po. And dahil po sa kanya, Rizal po learned the importance of hard work, independent thinking, and being observant po about the realities of life. And yung mga lessons po yun na natutunan ni Rizal built his discipline po, curiosity, and love for knowledge po. Which is naging kilala po, dahil po doon, naging kilala siya po as a scholar and a writer po.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Miss Bara. This is the continuation of our discussion, the early education of Rizal. So let's continue. So Jose goes to Binyan. Sunday afternoon in June 1869, Jose was brought by Pasiano to Binyan for his first formal schooling. The two brothers, Pasiano and Jose, rode in a caramota, reaching their destination after 1.5 hours drive. They proceed to their aunt's house, where Jose was to lodge. It was almost night when they arrived, and the moon was about to rise. So Jose goes to Binyan in June 1869. So Jose Rizal was brought by his brother Pasiano to Binyan for his first formal schooling. So they rode a karamota, which also known as karwahe na hinihila ng kabayo. And after 1.5 hours, they reached their aunt's house where Jose would stay. This was Jose's first time living away from his family. Kaya medyo malungkot siya, kahit excited siya mag-aral. Pero pagdating nila, gabi na and the moon was already rising. So at this moment marked the start of his education outside Calamba and his first experience of independency. Jose Rizal was known as the best student in school. So why kaya? Alamin natin. So in academic studies, Jose beat all Binan boys. He surpassed them all in Spanish, Latin, and other subjects. Some of his older classmates were jealous of his intellectual superiority. They weakly squealed to the teacher whenever Jose had a fight outside the school, and even told lies to discredit him before the teacher's eyes. Consequently, the teacher had to punish Jose. Rare was the day when he was not stretched on the bench for a whipping or punished with 5 or 6 blows on the open palm. So Jose Rizal quickly excelled in school and became the best student in Spanish, Latin, and other subjects. Because he was very bright, maraming mga older classmate niya ay talagang nagsiselos sa kanya. Minsan, they lied about him or reported him to the teacher kahit hindi siya ang mali. As a result of this, Jose was often punished and either stretched on a bench for whipping or slapped on the palm. Halos walang araw hindi siya napapalo. So halos walang araw hindi napapalo si Jose Rizal. And despite all of these unfair treatments of Rizal, he stayed humbled and continued to focus on his studies. After 1.5 years of schooling in Binyan, December 17, 1870, he took a steamer Talim, brought him back to Calamba, leaving Binyan a heavy heart with a premonition that he would not return back in this town to study again. So Jose Rizal returned to Calamba after studying in Binyan for 1.5 years. Jose returned to Calamba on December 17, 1870. He rode a steamer named Talim. If you're asking what is a steamer Talim, it is a boat na bumabiyahe sa Laguna de Bay. So after that, he felt sad kasi he had the sense that he would not return to Binyan for the schooling again. So after his back to Calamba, Jose experienced his first sorrowful moment when his sister Concepcion died at the age of 3 because of sickness. This was his first time to shed tears. So Around this time, Jose experienced his first deep sorrow because of the death of his younger sister Concepcion, who was only 3 years old. This was the very first time he cried so much, showing how deeply he loved his sister. So Jose Rizal is iyak siya ng iyak kasi he didn't expect na his younger sister is maagang mawawala sa kanya because of the sickness and because of the age. So talagang bata pa talaga na nawala yung sister ni Jose Rizal, which is si Concepcion. Kaya hindi niya ina-expect and sobrang sakit para sa kanya na mawalan ng isang kapatid. So let's move to the detention of Theodora. So who is Theodora? So Theodora po is the mother of Jose Rizal. So let's move. While Riza Theodore Gossom of his family awaited the month of July to go to the school in Manila, something happened to darken the life in that home. Theodora Alfonso was arrested and was accused of poisoning the wife of her brother Jose Alberto. The detention of Theodora was marked by the extreme cruelty and humiliation. It was 2 to 1.5 years before she was released. So, while the Rizal family was preparing for Jose's studies in Manila, a painful trial came. So his mother, Theodora Alfonso, was accused of poisoning the wife of her brother, Jose Alberto. She was unjustly arrested and imprisoned for 2.5 years. And during her detention, she suffered cruelty and humiliation despite being the innocent. This injustice left a deep mark on Jose Rizal. At a young age, he already witnessed the unfairness, the injustice, and which threatened his character and shaped his views about justice. Talagang na-witness at a young age, na-witness ni Jose Rizal how injustice system in the Philippines. So talagang sa murang edad na shape yung views ni Jose Rizal na unfair ang treatment ng justice system dito sa Pilipinas. So okay, let me give you the summary of my discussion. So Jose Rizal early life in Binyan and Calamba showed both success and suffering because he was a top student but faced jealousy and punishment. Jealousy because of his classmate na talagang sobrang nagsasalo sa kanya because of his kakayahan and talino. And by that, his classmates lagi siyang nire-report o sinusumbong sa kanyang teacher. And yung teacher naman ay lagi siyang pinapunished or pinapalo. And by that, he returned home with sadness. So, bumalik si Jose Rizal sa Calamba with sadness because may son siya na hindi na siya babalik sa Binyan para mag-aral. And after that na bumalik siya sa Calamba, he lost his sister. He lost his little sister, which is si Concepcion at the age of 3 because of the sickness. And also Jose Rizal saw his mother suffer from all false accusations. So nakulong yung mama niya, yung mother niya because of the false accusation. And this experience of Rizal showed the hardship and injustice prepared him to become strong and later fight for the Filipino people. So talagang na witness ni Jose Rizal kung papaano ang unfair treatment and injustice system dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya mas naging stronger siya to fight for the Filipino people. And that's it. Thank you everyone for listening to our discussion of Miss Saria. And if you have any question, clarification, just comment it to the comment section. Thank you.